SheaMoisture is one of those brands that almost everyone in the natural hair community has heard of. But before it was on the shelves at Target, Walmart, and Ulta, it started with one family, traditional recipes, and a woman named Sofi Tucker. Today, we're going to look at how SheaMoisture grew from a small family business into one of the biggest names in texture hair care, the challenges it faced along the way, and why its story still matters. To understand Shea Moisture, we have to go back more than a century. The story begins with Sofi Tucker, an entrepreneur from Sierra Leone who began selling shea butter, African black soap, and other traditional hair and skincare products in 1912. Many of the ingredients the brand is still known for today, like shea butter, coconut oil, and black soap, were inspired by those original recipes and traditions. Although Sophie Tucker passed away decades ago, her legacy would eventually inspire a new generation of her family to continue what she started. In the early 1990s, her grandson, Richelieu Dennis, along with his mother and a family friend, began selling products in New York City. They started small, selling at street fairs, farmers markets, and community events, gradually building what would become Sundial Brands. From the beginning, the company focused on ingredients that weren't always easy to find in mainstream hair care, while creating products for texture hair that many consumers felt had been overlooked. As more people began embracing their natural texture throughout the 2000s, Shea Moisture was already positioned to meet that demand. Around that same time, YouTube was becoming one of the biggest places for people to learn about natural hair. And that's actually how I discovered SheaMoisture. As I mentioned in my Diva Curl deep dive, I started my natural hair journey alongside Sunkissed Alba. I remember watching her use the curl enhancing smoothie, and because our curl patterns look so similar, I wanted to try it too. I was in college, so I wasn't spending a lot of time researching brands or comparing ingredients. Like a lot of people, I found someone whose hair looked like mine, and I trusted her recommendations. Its success wasn't just about being available. The brand combined traditional ingredients with affordable prices, making it accessible to a wide range of consumers. As the brand grew, it expanded beyond beauty supply stores and into major retailers like Target, Walmart, and Ulta, making it easier for more people to find products designed for textured hair. Creators share wash days, product reviews, styling tutorials, and routines, introducing viewers to brands they may have never discovered otherwise. For many people, Shea Moisture became one of the first brands they reached for when embracing their natural hair. The brand developed a particularly strong following within the Black community, where generations had already been using ingredients like shea butter and African black soap long before they became mainstream beauty trends. For many consumers, it also felt like one of the first widely available brands that truly centered textured hair instead of treating it as an afterthought. By the mid 2010s, Shea Moisture had become much more than a product line. Over time, the brand came to represent something bigger than hair products. For many people, it represented a brand that understood textured hair at a time when those options were still limited in many mainstream stores. Its ingredients, marketing, and educational content reflected traditions and routines that many families had already been passing down for generations. That connection helped build a loyal community around the brand. And I think that's an important part of this story. People weren't loyal to Shea Moisture just because they liked the products. Many people felt represented by the brand. In 2017, Shea Moisture found itself at the center of a different kind of conversation. The brand released an advertisement featuring women with a variety of hair types and backgrounds. While the campaign was intended to broaden the brand's message, many longtime customers felt it no longer reflected the community that had supported Shea Moisture from the beginning. And I remember seeing that reaction all over social media in real time. The response was immediate. Shea Moisture apologized, removed the advertisement, and acknowledged that it had missed the mark. For many people, the conversation had become much bigger than a single commercial. It raised questions about how brands change as they grow, who they see as their audience, and whether that growth can sometimes come at the expense of the community that supported them from the beginning. Later that year, another major change was announced. In 2017, Unilever acquired Sundial Brands, the parent company of SheaMoisture. For the company, that acquisition meant access to greater resources, global distribution, and the opportunity to reach an even larger audience. And I remember that announcement creating a lot of discussion too. Many longtime customers wonder what it would mean for the brand going forward. Some customers were excited to see the brand continue growing. Others worried that becoming part of a much larger company could eventually change the products, the formulas, or the values that had made SheaMoisture so popular in the first place. Today, SheaMoisture remains one of the largest texture hair care brands in the world. Its products are sold through major retailers like Target, Walmart, Ulta, and Amazon. Over the years, the company introduced new collections designed for different hair textures, hair concerns, and styling needs. Today, SheaMoisture offers far more products than it did when it first entered the market. The company has also continued many of the initiatives it introduced through community commerce, supporting programs focused on entrepreneurship, education, and economic opportunity in underserved communities. And I think that's what makes SheaMoisture's story a little different. Even after the criticism, the brand never really disappeared. It continued to evolve, introduce new products, and remain part of the conversation. At the end of the day, I think that's what makes SheaMoisture's story so interesting. It's a reminder that brands don't stay the same. They grow, they adapt, and sometimes they face difficult questions along the way. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to subscribe. Then check out the companion blog post linked below, where I'll include additional details, a timeline, and resources if you'd like to learn more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.